Greetings. Let's see there. How do I get comfortable here? How are y'all doing today? Just trying to set myself up in a way that feels best. You know, YouTube doesn't let us turn on the camera until we're already here. And so it's a little interesting for me. Um, Alrighty. I think that's fine. Perfect. Okay, let's go. Good morning. Peace and blessings. Today is Wednesday. I'm the Moon Mama, and Mercury, the planet that rules this day. Mercury is currently at the, let's see. Hey, hon, 1 second, I'll be right back. Mercury. How did I do that? How did I not know where Mercury is? Current planet, Mercury in Sagittarius at the 11th degree. I think that's the flowering degree. Yes. All right, I'm back. How y'all doing? Okay, so we are in this eclipse window. That's really the biggest thing that's going on, if you ask me. The eclipse window, what they call an eclipse wormhole. So it's like if you can just imagine travel. And we started the tunnel at the full moon in Taurus, is where the eclipse started, and then this energy will go until we have full solar a full solar eclipse at the new moon. I have a flyer out that I'm having an event on Friday, and it says full moon, but it's really new moon. Very backwards right now. Hi, Devin. How you doing, my darling? Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so the eclipse energy is eclipses are reboots, and we have the eclipses usually where the nodes are, and the nodes are points. They're not actually planets. I cannot really explain it well, but there are points based upon the position of the moon that really have, it's like our past and our future. Um, and so we are having a full solar eclipse at the new moon in Sagittarius, which will be at the 12th degree. I mean, yes, at the new moon in Sagittarius will be at the 12th degree of Sag. And that is going to happen on Friday. And we are still in this window. And when we're in this tunnel, it's really an opportunity to reformulate your energy. It's an opportunity to cast ahead what you're really up to. And the opportunity is to look at where these energies fall in your chart, where does Sagittarius fall in your chart? Like I have Sagittarius in the 9th house. And if you understand where it falls in your chart, that's the energy. Like, so Sagittarius, where everybody has that, you don't have to be a Sagittarius to benefit from this. This is, you don't have to be a Sagittarius. Everybody has everything in their charts. So you might have a minor planet there, you might have an asteroid there, or you might not have anything there, but the planets are there. So that energy is it's literally bringing you energy from the direction of Sagittarius. Let's say it like that, right? It's like somebody sending you a check from Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the energy of your faith. Sagittarius is faith, it's vision, it's your philosophy, it's your global identity, your global travel, it's your ability to live in the spirit of adventure, which is so significant at this time because there's so much going on and there's so many um, things happening in our lives, like our systems are breaking down, the things that we have always done because we were living according to the constructs that we were born into, those things are dying, those things are going away. So we can begin to create our reality based upon our own understanding, our own relationship to the divine. Everyone has a unique way of being. When I was growing up, it was like, if you're a girl, you should behave this way. If you're a Black woman, this is what it is. All of those things. Oh, I love that you know what you have in Sagittarius. Just date a girl. So you have Sagittarius, you have Venus in Sagittarius, you have Mars in Sagittarius, you have Jupiter in Sagittarius, you have Neptune, but you have, oh, that's a lot. Like, yes, yes, yes. So you have a lot happening right now. There's a lot shifting for you because you have all those planets, especially with Mars and Venus. And here's the thing, if you have Mars and Venus in Sagittarius, you are somebody who is out for adventure and really wanting to live your life on the fly, really being from the perspective of like newness, like new things, new ideas, right? So literally there should be a lot of new things coming into your reality right now. Just date a girl. A lot going on in your set. Yes, absolutely. Oh, I just love it. I'm so excited. I get so excited when we start to see how the things are unfolding, when we get to see like, oh, this energy is coming and this is what's happening in my life. It's really a good thing, right? And this is why astrology helps us. It's a map. It is a map. Okay, so there are a couple of things I need to do. I am having a new moon ceremony virtual on Thursday for the new moon in Sag. Go register. It is in my link tree. And if you want to activate the energy and harness, come and do the ritual, because the ritual will really set you up for the next 6 months. So I'd love to have you guys join if you are not local in LA. That is happening on Thursday at 6:30, a ritual. It's in my link tree. You can go register for it. And then on Friday, if you're local in Los Angeles, myself and Jeanette from Ascended Alchemy are going to be doing a live ritual meditation. And I'm oh gosh, the universe is so perfect because I've been feeling like I want to get out of my house, and I love being at home, but I want to get out of my house. And I was in Larchmont the other day and ran into a woman who has a new space that she is opening here at Pico and La Brea in Los Angeles, walking distance from my house. Walking distance from my house, literally up the street. And it's called Remedies, Rituals, and Alchemy. Remedies, Rituals, and Alchemy. So I will be there on Friday night with Jeanette from Ascended Alchemy, and we will be doing a ritual for the Sagittarius new moon. Like I said, Sagittarius is the energy of your faith. It is the energy of your vision. It is your practice. And here's the thing that's so important about faith. Faith is like vision. Faith is like your eating. Faith is like your digestion. It is a real function of our human self. Faith is something that is as valuable and necessary and real as touch, as your hands, as your arms, right? But we give it this idea like it's, we act like it's not necessary, like we're not using it, like we don't need it. I understand it's ephemeral and it's not something that you can tactile put your hands on, but it is quite necessary to your evolution. You need it. You cannot function without it. You cannot advance. You cannot become who you're here to be without faith, because the faith is the faculty within you of literally being able to see something in your consciousness that does not exist in the external reality. And I keep talking about how everything comes from the inside out. If we're focusing on the external, it's over. The external, the building I'm in, it came out of somebody's mind. They had faith, and that's why it's here. The clothes I'm wearing, this necklace, it was somebody's vision, and they created it, and it came, and now I'm wearing it. That is faith, to take action, to move forward, and to produce something from your vision inside of yourself towards the actual realization of it. So everything in our life requires faith. It's like being able to see it in your mind before you actually experience it. Faith, when I was a Christian, and I don't consider myself a Christian any longer, in that way, but I understand, right? And so it's faith is the evidence of things unseen. That's what the Bible says. Faith is the evidence. I think something like that. Somebody type it here. Somebody like but it's the evidence of things unseen. So this new moon that we're having is very significant because as our current reality begins to break down, and the structures and the ways of being and the systems that we have relied upon begin to dissolve and collapse, we need faith. We need faith. We need to be able to see from within ourselves what we're going to be building, where we're constructing, where we're putting our energy, so that we can build a new reality, new ways of being, new ways of connecting, new ways of functioning, new ways of living out our experience here. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. That's right. My grandmother's probably turning over in her grave right now that I didn't know that scripture. But yes, so faith is really significant. So I encourage you guys, sign up for the ritual that's happening on Thursday evening, virtual, if you're virtual. And if you are local, come on Friday evening to ritual. We're going to have sound bath bowls. We're going to do the astrology. We're going to do a deep meditation to open up the psyche into the possibilities of this Sagittarius new moon. And new moons are about intentions and getting yourself pregnant with what it is you're doing. And that's what I'm saying. The feminine means you have to cultivate it inside first. Like a woman, when she is pregnant, she builds a baby in her body. That's the feminine power. The feminine is internal. You build the baby in your body, in your consciousness, in your psyche. The masculine, external. Men, they build buildings because it's an external thing, right? So the masculine, external, the feminine, internal. That's the simplest way. It's like you can just get it that way. So you have everything in your life needs to first be focused in the feminine, the internal. What are you doing? The preparation, the building, the planning, all that stuff, the seeing, the vision, all of that stuff happens internally. And then you begin to take actions for the masculine until you give birth to it. Whatever it is, that's always the process that's happening. Okay. So thank you all for registering, and I'm excited, and we're going to have a really great time. Today is a Mercury day. And Mercury is currently in Sagittarius, and we're having this Sagittarius new moon. And Mercury is the planet that governs our minds, our thinking, how we process information. And the way I say that is really simple, but this is a really kind of technical thing because the Bible says, maybe I am a Christian because I keep quoting the Bible, right? But the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. As a woman, as we think, right? And that's Mercury. Mercury, as your thinking and your thoughts, then you create a reality because the psyche, the light of the sun and the light of the moon comes through the psyche, and you create a projection of what's going on inside of you. As you think, so are you. So the Mercury is very significant. And Mercury is at the 11th degree of Sagittarius. And so what we're thinking about is where we're going. Where are you headed? What are you up to? What are you putting your faith in? What are you putting your trust in? What are you building? Where is what is your vision, right? Where are you going? And this is the thing. And when I was, yes, it is a great reference book for wisdom. It totally is. So I remember when I was pregnant. Oh God, it was really a scary time for me because my son had a diagnosis, and I was so afraid of like what this was going to mean for my life. And I remember, because the work that I'm doing now, I've always been in the process of this. I was not as studied and learned as I am now, but I was in the process of becoming. And I remember every day I would literally just sit down for a split second, and I had a little light. I had an image of a tiny little light in my heart. I would just sit down and just feel that little light in my heart, like the size of a pinhead. I would just feel the little light in my heart. Life falling apart, child born with special needs, job, money, relationship, chaos, everything, like whoo, and just everything spinning around. I would just sit down and be like, I'm not gonna give up on that little, I won't do it. I literally just held on to it. And over the years, it just continued to begin to grow. And being a mother didn't take it away from me. I didn't, like, it was like, go get a job and go. And I literally would just always kind of come back, like, I'm going to come back to what it is I'm doing. I'm not going to, okay, I'm going to go do this over here right now, but I'm going to hold on to that little, I have no idea how that is going to manifest. It doesn't even seem like it can. My life is falling apart, but I can't let it go. Because here's the thing, the vision that you are born to fulfill upon is in you. It's in you, and it cannot be removed. Like that song Liz Wright sings, you can't remove the salt from the stew. You cannot remove consciousness from you. You cannot remove your purpose from you. It's in you. And even if you don't fulfill upon it, you'll just go to your grave with it. I just imagine you just go to your grave like, there's that thing in me and I didn't do it, right? But it's always there. And all you have to do is water it a little bit. And if you follow the phases of the moon always spirals and grows. Even it's always doing that. It's always on a upward spiral. So you can do a little bit and the moon will align you. And every time you will get closer and closer and closer. So this energy of Mercury and this, projecting the reality, if you can just see it, you don't have to take any actions. You might not, you just wait, just see it in your mind. Just Data Girl says, I'm going to make an appointment for my session with you one-on-one. Oh, okay. Yes, I would love that. I'm ready. I will find you. It will find you in the next life. Yes, it will find you in the next life. That's right. And it's beautiful because we do these lifetimes over and over again. Let me tell you, the stuff that I learned studying astrology is so weird that I don't say it because y'all will be like, okay, she's a crazy lady. But if you are inclined to the occult and learning, what we know about ourselves is a fraction of who we are. We have no clue who we are literally hidden from ourselves. We are hidden from ourselves in plain sight and we have no clue. So Mercury. So here's the thing. Mercury is in a conjunction with the sun. So Mercury is the mind. So our personalities, if it's in a conjunction with the sign, that means our personalities are adjusting. It's also in a conjunction with the South Node, which means that we're letting go of old ways of being, old belief systems, old philosophies dying out. Literally, a system is collapsing. We have to begin to let go of the things that no longer serve us. Mercury in a conjunction with the par of fortune. If you have the courage to really follow your bliss, the par of fortune means that the things that make you happiest, your health, your community, your family, your money, everything. Mercury is conjunct the par of fortune, y'all. Like the par of fortune is like, get it now. What is yours is yours. Nobody can have it. You can't miss it. It's not out there. It's inside of you. So where do you find it? Internal. You go inside. You ask. You cultivate a relationship with yourself. What am I here to do? What am I up to? What is this for? How do I do this? How do I best fulfill this? It is time now. And then Mercury in opposition to the northern node. And the northern node is where we're going, right? What we're up to, where are we headed? What's your dharma? It's the dharma. What's your soul calling you to, right? So you want to be asking these questions. And then Mercury in a sextile with Saturn. So Saturn is cause and effect. Saturn is focus. So in a sextile, it's like pay attention to what you're doing. Yesterday, we've been in this eclipse window, and yesterday I literally was just turned around. I just couldn't get it together. I've been like that for a few days, just turned around, can't get it together. And I just was like, whoo, okay, sit your ass down, write down everything you need to do. Now just start doing it. Like this is that in with Mercury in a sextile with Saturn, get it done. What do you need to do? What's your to-do list? What's the structure? Get it done. I booked the woman who helps me, who assists me. I was like, okay, let me make an appointment with her. And I just was like, let me just do it, even though it's all over the place, right? So that's what Mercury sextile Saturn is. It's like, and Mercury in Sagittarius is very fast. It's very speedy. Like you hear how fast I'm talking. That's Mercury in Sagittarius, right? It's a very speedy kind of energy. So you have to write things down or they will get lost. Do the thing that you need to do when it's in front of you to do, or something else is coming right behind it that will take your attention, and that thing isn't going to be done. So literally be present and focused on what you're up to. The eclipse is Friday. The window will close and we will be in a new reality. It's like we're going to get off the airplane and on the ground, and we're going to hit the ground running, right? So that's what's happening right now. All right. The moon is in Scorpio. So we just had a new moon in Scorpio 3 weeks ago. And so now the moon is back to Scorpio. And so the nodes are moving into Scorpio. So let me just say, sometimes I read astrology and I get a little scared. I really do. I do. I'm such a baby because I'm like, this is about to be a real change. And the nodes are moving. The south node is moving into Scorpio. So just off the top of my head, the south node is endings and Scorpio is death, right? So when the south node is moving into Scorpio, what I think is like, wow, that means a real clearing out, like a real death for 18 months. Like things are going to be dropping like flies. And death is not just body dying. Death is the death of ideas, the death of structures, the death of the shadow also. So all the shadows are coming up. So the next 18 months can be really intense, you all. So just get on your square and do your work. Okay. So I'm really excited. Look at what I got. I'm so excited. This is for my paternal lineage. I'm going to be doing an African ancestry to find out where I am, where I'm from in Africa and Europe, because I got a lot of mix in me. We all do. And so I'm really excited about that. So what are some of the things you guys are excited about right now? With the sun in Sagittarius, it's important that we be doing things that are new, that we step out of our comfort zones, that we cultivate enthusiasm and excitement, and really be opening up to what else is possible. The world is changing. It's really changing. And the more we are willing to step into it, it has to change through us. It has to change through us. It doesn't happen to you. It changes through you. And so I encourage you to be really giving yourself the opportunity to do things that are out of your comfort zone so that you can really surprise yourself. Surprise yourself. So the goddess enchantress says, finding direction with this death energy. Yeah, this death energy is about to be on. Oh my gosh. I was at the farmer's market the other day and ran into this man from Israel. He was an Israeli. He was Jewish. I don't know, whatever. And he was like, look at me, he was like us. He was really spiritual and really conscious. And, he was walking through the farmer's market with no mask on. And he was very, very, very proud of that. And, okay, that's cool. And I don't have, like, I think that people need to be with this COVID thing in the way that works for them. I'm okay with that, whatever that is. Because I'm healthy. I'm always healthy, so it doesn't matter. I don't catch things from people. Nobody catches things from people if you understand how this thing works. We catch ideas, and then our body incorporates the idea, and then the idea becomes an illness. So because it's a mental thing. So anyway, because the frequency aligns to the frequency of the virus, the idea, the frequency aligns, and then the virus comes in. So he was just like saying, oh, all of these things that felt tragic to me. And here's what I want to say as a healer: we can heal anything. We can heal anything if we understand that it's just an idea. It's a mindset. The mindset of illness will invite anything into your life when you don't recognize that you're whole. And so, for people who are afraid and they're talking about all these variants and all that kind of stuff, get your mind right. Get your mind right. Understand the truth of this system that we're in. We are mental beings, and everything comes through the mind. And if you align to a frequency of illness, you will invite that in. And guess what? No fucking judgment. It's just an experience. So what? You had an experience of an illness. You had an experience of cancer. You had an experience. I talk to people who have, venereal stuff, and it's all an idea. Venereal stuff is shame and guilt. You're holding shame and guilt in your body around your sexuality. If you are ashamed of your sexuality, or ashamed of your desire, ashamed of your, that part of you that's like, right? If you're ashamed of it, you will invite disease into your life. So let's really learn what it means to be a human being and what health really is, and understand that it's a state of mind. And as we understand that, it's a process, though. It's not about pushing yourself past your current construct. You have to really do the work to convince yourself of the truth. That's why I study, because I had to learn, like, how does the system work? How does this work? How does this, so that I understand what I'm really involved in, so that I can then surrender to the way it works. Otherwise, I'll be afraid, like everybody else, thinking like I'm gonna catch something. But that's not how it works, because this system we're in tells us lies in order to drain our energy and have us be disempowered. So you have to support yourself with truth by studying and learning how it works, so that you can rely on how it works. You don't have to listen to a human tell you. God created this thing and it works the way it's supposed to work. And if you believe that and rely into it, then it will work for you. It's as simple as that. It will work for you. We're creating our realities through our belief system, through our minds. So change your belief systems and your experience will change. Okay. I love y'all so very much. I'm excited to see you all who are going to participate in the on Thursday and Friday. We're going to have a really great time on both occasions. And I love you. I love y'all very much. Okay. Peace and blessings, everyone. Bye. All righty. I wish I could read all these messages, and as above, so below. Absolutely. That's right. That death thought just placed something inside of me that I need to seek the light in the death mode. Yes. And sometimes I do death rituals. Sometimes I do death rituals where when we went to Egypt, we did a death ritual. And let me tell you, I just allow myself to die. I envision myself dying. And